morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Blessing. Today is January 8th, 2024. When we left, it was December 20th, 2023. And here we are. Good morning, Stacy, darling. How are you this morning? Good morning, Kia. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Who else is there? Instagram, please move so I can see who else is there. Good morning, Gary. Good morning. Hey, good morning, my sweet cake lady. Who's cake? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Today is our first day. Good morning, Aman. How are you? Today is an amazing day. It's our first day of 2024. And just in case you're wondering what is going on in your life, it is a new year. And it's 8 o'clock. So let's start the show. Welcome back to the Morning Blessings. Thank you, Stace. I'm going to pin that. Okay. Did you see the topic? I said the first thing about it. So anyway, let's have a little recap because it's Christmas. It was Christmas. It was holiday. It was all the different holidays that people have. Kwanzaa, whatever. Kwanzaa, whatever. All these holidays for different people in different areas of their life. And hi Yuko, good morning. And sometimes we forget. Hi Ryan, good morning. Welcome back, everybody. That sometimes during the holidays, some of us, we get sad news. Some of us get good news. Sometimes people lose their jobs. Sometimes just at the end of the year, you wonder why do that? But that's how it is. Sometimes that's how the coins toss for us. And hi Julie, hi Nancy, good morning. And what we have to remember is that we cannot stop. We have to get up. Good morning, Valerie. Welcome back, everybody. And shake ourselves and move in the direction that we desire to go. So one of the things that, as you guys know, sometimes is that time of the year. I had some experiences. It was so sad. As you know, Eileen, a lot of my followers are about 25 to about 45, and then a lot of them are older. So I do have those followers. But what I wanted to express to you this morning is this. In 2009, when I retired and I wrote my book, just bear with me, Controlling the Debt Monster, the Jewish Vocational Services in Toronto, the lady there read it and they bought a lot and asked me if I would teach the course at their one of their centers, and I said sure. And when I went to that place, I didn't know how to get there. My husband drove me 5 times and I got lost 10 times when I went on my own, and it was like 50 minutes on the highway. It was not pleasant. It was really difficult, but I wanted to do it. I was getting paid. They bought my books. And then when I met the people, it was every face you could think of. So many people, different classes. I traveled all through the city in different non-profit organizations I had to go to give, everywhere you could think of. But in the office, there was a set of young people, all young people. And amongst them was a young lady named Vanessa Hales. And she was 23, and that was in 2010. And we formed an alliance and a group, and she lived in the East End, which is close to where I live. And so I started tutoring her financial and others, and it was just an amazing group. But she hung on always, and she kept in touch with me even when I left, when I finally stopped in 2014. And then she got married. She invited me to her wedding. Good morning, Loretta. I went to her wedding, and I met, of course, her fiancé and all the others, young people and older people that worked with us at JVS also was at the wedding. Fabulous wedding. So anyway, fast forward, one of the girls that was actually the executive assistant for me, Sandy called me once and she said, Vanessa said to tell you that she has cancer. She doesn't want to really, but she's talking to me. And I said, okay. And she said, you can call her. So I called. I didn't get her, so I, just started communicating with Sandy. So I didn't know anything. And then one day, hi Nadi, good morning. Sandy said to me, the cancer has come back. And I said, okay. So we did all of that. And then on Friday morning, while I'm sitting, one of the young ladies, Miriam, she sent me a note and she said, I hate to reach out to you like this, but do you know what is the arrangement for Vanessa? And I say, what? And that's how I found out. But what is important is that happened. But you know me, I'll always look for something to celebrate on it. The thing is that we had let COVID stop us. We would go out to dinner, we would meet each other, hi Sarek, and we would do things with each other. And they were all younger. I was like, they called me Mama Tess. That used to show you how much younger they were than me. But Vanessa got breast cancer. She was at lunch and she said, I have this thing on my breast. And one of the girls said, you better go to the doctor. She went, that's how it started. They took one breast, they didn't take the other. So obviously there was something and then she got it. But the thing that I didn't say to you guys, she has a 4-year-old son, maybe 4. And it was during the nursing time that she came across this thing in her breast. So now she has this little boy. So her stuff is beyond the 19th and the 20th. So that is the sad thing. And you don't expect that. But it happened. She died on the 31st of December. So young. But besides being young, she was an amazing, I wish I could show you her pictures. She tried. I met her and she didn't have a condo and I encouraged her and I coached her and she bought a condo with her mom. And then she was driving and we too had to drive right across the city. So she doesn't, as a young lady on the highway, she doesn't need to have a car that will break down. So I encouraged her and worked with her to buy her car, a brand new car and all of that. Then the next thing I knew, because she was listening to me so much, they took from the condo, she rented the condo, they bought a house, and of course she met the husband and now they have. So her mom had somewhere to stay. Mom wasn't old either. But the thing is that she was the propeller because she got the information. And she was a counselor to people that, that's why they had all these young people there, for all the young people that fell within the cracks. But anyway, that's enough of Vanessa. So we all are celebrating her life. But what came out of it is that we realized we let the togetherness drop. And because we let it drop, death is bringing us back together. So what I'm trying to say to you, we're starting a new year. The people you don't phone because you cannot be bothered, or the person that didn't call you back and you say, well, I called her the last time, she should call me this time. No, don't do that. Your responsibility is to call that person. And their responsibility is to call back if they choose to, but you cannot demand or make them feel bad and say, well, I called you the last time and you call me next time. It's not a tick for tat. We do not know when the bell will ring and the journey is over. And we should not be having this situation that we all have realizing, look at us. I am still the oldest in the group, but why did they cling to me? Why did I nurture them? So what I'm trying to say to you today, pick up that phone, send that text, find something good in everybody you meet. Because like my friend there, cake lady, she said, so young. Yes, so young. Her light was bright. She had that thing because her candle was burning fast. She didn't have time. She didn't come to stay long. She came just to do that and to leave a son and a husband and a mother behind. Her journey was short. But those of us who knew Vanessa, we really, really loved her. And she was so kind. She was so soft spoken and everything. So, but fine for us to say that now. But we did tell her that. We always used to tease her. But stay together. Keep in touch. Do not ignore each other just because you don't take that attitude. You notice when you take that attitude, your face and your body language changes, and that's not healthy. So make sure you put yourself out there and touch somebody. Just reach out and touch somebody. Touch them in a good way, not in a bad way. Good morning, Christina. So when we lose a life so young, she was 30-something. I don't even know. She's not 40. I don't think she's even 35. And she left that little boy behind and her husband. And now we're all regrouping to celebrate her life. So if you can make a promise to yourself today to always reach out first. I know we were taught for tit for tat, but tit for tat does not make life easier. So let's live a good life. Now I have something else to share. You guys see Aman. Aman comes on. Aman is from India. So if you want to take the time, it's 8 o'clock in the morning here. So add 10.5 hours to that. And you see it's early evening in India. But Aman comes on. Aman started coming on, and I don't know when, but I remember him being in the garden. Family and friends. Thanks. Yeah, we have to. We have to do that. And Aman was funny. We didn't know Aman. We never saw him. I still haven't seen what his face except what he has on his thing. And you know. But Aman used to come and he always talked about everything, and the chimes in the garden, and he would call them bells, and we would say, Aman, they're bells. But we didn't know Aman's story. So, of course, I always include Aman in when I send a note out, hi, Aman, how are you doing? So thank you for your kindness, kind words, Aman said. So the grammar maybe isn't perfect because English is not his first language, and he's actually learning more than one language. I think he's learning Japanese also. Thank you for your kind words. It means very, very much for me and touch my heart. And I also feel I am in the right path and I'm doing good things. You got it. I'm not going to correct his grammar because I know all of you got it. I think I also feel, listen to the word Aman uses. He didn't say I am in. I also feel. So you have to feel. That's why I'm bringing this lesson today. I also feel I'm in right path. And I'm doing good things. How many times we think we are not doing good things? We criticize ourselves. But we do good things. We all do good things. We came from good. We were created in good. We were created with feelings, with passion. And Aman is telling us, he doesn't speak English like us, like most of you. But he said, I feel I'm in the right path and doing good things. And when in 2020 start Instagram, I don't know about anything. Welcome to the club, Aman. Neither did I. What I'm doing there. So I asked myself, I want to learn new languages and want growing myself and want to support people. Each and every day I meet amazing people. Amazing people. I have my affirmation is, I'm happy and grateful that every day, everyone I meet is amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. That is my thing, or everything I see. And we have to learn to saturate our mind with good things. And he's teaching us, he's young. I don't know how young, but I know he's younger than me. Everybody's younger than me. I meet amazing people here. And every day I learn new things about the universe. I am very grateful for all of you who always encourage, inspire, and support me to grow. Gratitude. So there's so many lessons there. He talks good about himself. Remember, English isn't good. That is why I always say everybody has a right, R-I-G-H-T, to write, W-R-I-T-E. You have a right to write. You were born to tell your story. Tell your story. Do not be afraid of other people hearing your story. Do not be afraid of the critic. They do not count. The person who counts is the person in the arena who knows how to fight a good fight, how to fall down and stand up and attempt it again. That's who matters, not the person who criticizes. They do not build statues to the critics. They do not write books about the critics. When they die, the criticism go with them. So stand up and be yourself. Look, Aman said, I feel I am in the right path and I'm doing good things. When I tell you, use impeccable and exquisite words to write about yourself, to speak about, that's what I mean. And then he said, I want to learn new language. I want to grow. I want to help people. There's so many ways. He's helping us now. You know that, right? Those of us who missed something, Aman is reminding us to feel good about ourselves and that he wants to support others. You do it, but you're not claiming it. You're afraid that people will say you're saying something you shouldn't say or somebody will criticize you. And I am grateful. I am very grateful, he says, for all of you who always encourage and inspire me and support me to grow. That is amazing. Gratitude is, remember, 10 were healed and only one came back and said, thank you. That's gratitude. Thank you is gratitude. In 2020, I was only a seed here. I talk about seeds all the time. I was only a seed here. Everyone gave water, air, and everything during those years. So today, I am a tree. Not a big tree. I am still growing. But I'm growing inner and outer because of all of you. From Aman. So I hope you guys remember that. Hear what he said. I was only a seed. And you guys gave me water and air and everything during those years. So today I am a tree. Not a big tree. I'm still growing. And I'm inner and outer because all of you. Thank you, Aman, for just even doing this for us. So anyway, here comes your morning blessings. That was your morning blessings. How did you like it? So let us look at this. This is January. And of course, Christmas is over, the holidays are over, whichever type of holiday you thank you, Joe, thank you, Stacy, thank you, Nancy. Any type of holiday that you celebrated. We were with family and friends. Some of us had to regroup and reback because of situations happening in family with jobs and whatever. And some of us were able to just go through it, enjoy the moment, face what comes, and stand and say, I can do this. And then some of us went too far with the credit card, and now we are kind of sucking on our teeth and saying, oh, I really spent too much, I shouldn't have done it. But that is what the season does. So remember I said to reach out and touch someone, right? So this season was you spent, you gave. What about giving a call today to somebody? I know you're worried about the bills, how big it is, the cost of living, everything. The world is falling apart, war everywhere. It's winter, storms and this and that. And you have to do this and everything costs a lot of money. But what about you come out of all of that? Acknowledging, yes, it is as it is. That's what's going on right now. All of what I said, and maybe some I don't even know about or forgot. But we know it's not an easy journey right now for many, 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 many of us in the world. But even when the journey is tough, there is a glimmer of hope. When it is tough, it represents a broken thing, a cracked thing. And it's always when it is cracked that the light will shine through. So when there is a break in the journey and there's crack, like lightning flashes, for a moment, that lightning gives you the light. So it's only when it cracks, the thunder goes crack and the lightning spins through, that we see the light. So right now, if the journey in this time for you is like that, remember, it's only when you have a break you can fix it, because then you know what is broken. We never know what's happening to any of our equipments, including the equipment called the body. We do not know when the equipment is going to say, you know what, stop, take a breath. But when that happens, it might be painful. But then we know we have to do something about it. So if right now life is really throwing you some curveballs you didn't know how to hit, it is sending you something that you're putting you to swim in mucky waters and you weren't taught to swim in those waters, hold on, because there is something in there that you can find to celebrate. I can breathe. I know it's not nice, but I can feel something. That's what this celebration, you can feel like Aman felt, I feel I am on the right path. Remember what I asked you once? Remember what I said? It's when you feel something, you can enjoy it. So when you say, I love how this makes me feel when you do something. And that is amazing. Thanks, hi Grace, how are you? Happy New Year, all of it. And when that time comes, hold on. Because it's while that crack is only when it's cracked, you can see through, you can see the light. So you might have big bills to pay. You might have horrible things happening to you right now. In finance, in health, all your pillars are racked because you went crazy at Christmas and the holidays and you celebrated Tracy celebrates every holiday. No matter what holiday is happening. A man does that too, and so did the Zim. Many of them celebrate every holiday. They do not choose, and I do. I love to see the differences. But it puts you down, and now you ate too much. You gain 10 pounds. Do not cry. Do not worry. Do something about it. You spend too much. The bills are going to come in 30 days, and you're already afraid of them. You're already saying, you know the word I was going to use. And don't get angry at the supplier of that money to make you give a smile at Christmas to somebody or made a donation to the Red Cross or to the Salvation Army or wherever you gave it. Just realize it's done. It is as it is. Do not stay in the shadow of what you did that now you regret. It doesn't make it different. It won't change it. It's only when you stop and you take time in the present moment, you can control what you do not like that's happening in your life. So you wreck your health, according to you. That's what you're saying. Your finances, I took a hit, according to you. So you have the physical pillar is broken, the financial one is broken, and then the emotional is suffering because you're saying, I should have known better. And you forgot that you have hope in your God. You have the universe, like Aman said, the universe. And you have your God. Go back and regroup. Go back and be grateful. Hi, Jean, good morning. Be grateful that you were able to do everything that you did, even eating too much during the holidays and gaining 10 pounds that you have to find a way to work on. Even that. Even all the money you spend on children, grandchildren, and lovers and friends and whatever, even that, even all the alcohol you drank that no, I shouldn't have, even that, be grateful you had that. Be grateful you were able to do all you did that now you have to sit and repair. But do not go back and drag the shadow of December into January. Leave it alone. It is as it is. The only thing that matters right now is what are you going to do about it. Do not call yourself stupid. Do not denigrate yourself. Do not say horrible things about you for the mistakes you made in 2023. It is gone. It doesn't matter what we do. We cannot correct it. And I am using the most recent one because right now the world, everybody's finance is really bad because of that. But it will get better. If you believe it and you say, what can I do? You know what we can all do? Shop from our pantry right now. We spent a lot. We bought a lot of stuff. We have it all sitting there. So when you're wondering what to eat, you have cheese, right? Some cracker, a little butter, whatever. Or a cup of tea. Close your eyes. Feel the hot cup of tea in your hand. Feel it. And just be grateful. I can feel. Never mind the tea. Just be grateful you can touch that cup of tea. And feel the warmth coming from the tea. Do you believe that we will not all have regrets? Maybe there are regrets. Some of us didn't hug Vanessa. Now so young, she's dead. But that's why we have to be more in the moment, more aware. When you're speaking, when somebody calls you and they're talking to you, do not be so concerned about you that you do not take the time to listen to what they have to say and acknowledge it. If you are that kind of person, gather your thoughts. Take a broom and sweep your thoughts together and say, am I that? A friend is calling to tell you something sad. But you did not stop to say, oh, that is so sad. You just said your purpose, why you call maybe, or what you want to talk with them about. that too is not being in the moment. No matter how much you pray, if you cannot feel compassion for others, even if you say you feel compassion, you act it, your face gets twisted because of the compassion you're feeling. Did you say it? Did you say it to that person? It's the moment that counts. It's too late now to say, you know, when you told me this, I should have really, okay, tell that to yourself. Do not phone that person because I said this, to correct it. Make a note to self and say, you know what, I need to be more in the moment. I need to be more, because it's in the moment, guys, that miracles happen. It's in the moment you will find an answer to something that's been nagging you for months, for years. The minute you step and you are inside of the moment, that is when you will notice your life will begin to change. And when you see your thoughts are going down the dirty drain, we are humans. We are going to do that, every one of us. I do that, and when I catch it, I say, oh no, you're not taking me down this place with you. I'm sorry. This particular situation is amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. That's what I say to my thoughts when it's taking me down the drain. That dirty, mucky, stinky drain. I stop it. I harness it back and I say, where do you think you're taking me to? I have a choice. I can choose to dump you for something better. This situation has something magnificent in it. And if we concentrate on how exhausted and tired and hardworking and all of that we do, then that's all we will do. You know, this is 2024, right? We need to just do better. Do not look back and do and say what to do better. Just decide, I am going to do better. And in order for each of us, me too, all of us, to do better, we have to know where we are in the moment. You cannot be sitting here and talking about something else or thinking. When your mind is going, shift it, have it. Say, I need you to stay with me. My father told me, listen with your brain. He said, when you are listening with your ear, your brain is having a separate conversation. He said, so you might as well put your brain on what it is you're hearing, so it realizes we have to work together as a team. Have you noticed? You're busy listening and you're thinking of all the things you have to do, but you're supposed to be in church, getting the Holy Spirit and all the things that come in church or the temples, right? But because your brain is doing one thing, you didn't hear what the priest or pastor or person said. Same thing in ordinary conversation. You call. You are the one that picked up the phone. You are the one that's interacting. But here you are, thinking of yourself. How are you doing? Did you hear what I said when you asked me that question? If you get a note from me, you will notice I will not ask you, how are you doing? I will always say, how are you feeling? So remember, when you're greeting a friend and it's new, say to them, Aunt Energy, how are you feeling today? And say, I just want to know how you're feeling as a human being. I know you're not sick, but I just want to know how you feel, because it's in feeling that we win. It's in feeling that we succeed. Whether those feelings are harsh or whether they're good. When we put a lot of our attention in meanness and anger, oh, you see, feelings working up. Why don't we take that feeling? Thank you, Taniji. Take that feeling and that energy and say to yourself instead, I am amazing. I feel good. I have so many reasons to celebrate. Guys, celebrate you can go up and down the stairs. Celebrate that, no matter how old you are. Be grateful. and celebrate that. Put energy in saying, I am healthy, I am strong, I am amazing, I love my life, I love people. Just for the fun of it. Smile at yourself. Because all of that is what creates the moment of now. And it's only in the magical moment of now. There isn't anything else. It's always now. Good morning, Ellen. It is always now that makes a difference. It's not last year. It's not the shadow of 2023. Do not bring the shadows of 2023 into any part of 24. And when your mind is taking you there, have a conversation with it. Talk to it like you're talking to another human being. Not today. You're not taking me into the past to get angry at this one or that one or to do this. No. Vengeance, I do not. I just want to be there. Talk to your brain. And you might sound like a crazy person, but better be crazy in the moment than lost in the past. You better be crazy right now in the moment and talk to yourself than be lost in the path and thinking, oh, I really did a mess. No, forget that. You did a mess. We know we all do messes. We all make mistakes. We eat too much. We drink too much. We do all the too many much in that season. We spent too much last year. We didn't have a plan and we end. But you had a plan. Remember, you started a plan in November with me. Your goals for 2024. On the 15th, 75% of goals resolution, or what they call them, will be dead. 15% is on life support. 10% makes it. Make sure you are in the 10%. You notice it's only 10%? So that means there is room for 90 more percent to come into. Make sure you're one of those. Make sure you're the one that is making it 11%. Get into the zone and stay in the moment. This is not a time to reflect on the past and carry those silly shadows of the past into your tomorrow. Because what we do now is what affects us. It's always now. The decisions we make today determines the life we live tomorrow. We all know that. So it's the now. If we're not in the now and we're making decisions based on the past. I remember when they did this to me. Oh, come on. Look at your body language when you are remembering the past. You're not even pleasant. But you get more of that because that's where your energy is. That's where the vibration is. And that's what you have to remember. Is that if you put your feeling and your vibration into negativity, guess what? That's what you're going to get. Because that's what you're working on. So let us clean up our slate. That is our first thing for 2024. Keep in touch. Do not be like the whole group of us who has this young lady dying on New Year's Eve and realizing we let COVID control us. Even when COVID was over, we didn't go back to being who we were. And be like Aman and celebrate that I feel. What did Aman tell us? He celebrated how he felt. He told us how he was feeling. I'm trying to get back to where I was. And he said, and also I feel, I love that, I am in the right path and doing good things. I am very grateful for all of you who also encouraged me, inspire and support me to grow. In 2020, I was only a seed. And here everyone gave me water and air and everything during those years. So today I am a tree. But listen to him. Listen to him. Not big, I am still growing. We are all still growing. There is nobody that knows everything. And when somebody is not prepared to take advice from others, good morning, Melford, and they do not know everything. We do not know everything. He said, you gave me air and everything during those years. So today I am a tree. Not a big tree. I am still growing, but I'm growing inner and outer because of all of you. He's feeling good. He wants to support others. He does do that. So for 2024, Do not let the people that you have to keep in touch with, let it fall. Do not have the experience that group of about 20 of us had on Friday when we heard of Vanessa's death. Young. Be like Aman. Step into the moment. Acknowledge successes. Be grateful for those who support you. Call, not because they called last week and it's your turn. Do not take turn. If your heart is tugging to do it, do it. If you're afraid, then you know you really should do it. And that is what is important. Do not let other people's opinion keep you from being you. Love yourself first. Feel like what Aman said. I feel good. Most importantly, if you cannot, it's not doing good, It's feeling good. If you feel good, you're going to do good. Do not go over December and all the mistakes of spending and drinking and eating. Leave that alone. Ask yourself this. I will close with this. When you see you're standing there and you don't know what to do, how do I pay this bill? How do I lose this 10 pounds? How do I stop doing this? How do I stop being this? How do I stop having negative thoughts? In the moment, miracles happen. So in the moment, you say to yourself, if you were me, what would you do now? And you're speaking to the wisest person ever. The wisest person ever. And do not think I'm crazy. That person inside of you, that child that is all-knowing and has all the answers. If you were me, what would you do now? When the knife is pointed at you, and the person that's pointing the knife at you is holding the blade, it's not the right time to rush. So you pause, you pull back. You don't know what to do, but you say, if you were me, what would you do now? It's not what you would do next week. No. So stay in touch and make sure you do your best for 2024. Have an amazing and wonderful day. And don't forget, you're amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. And nobody can tell you you're not. Love you. So guys, let me see all of you that are here this morning. Hi, Kia, Ellen, Stacy, Nancy, Jean, Lauren, Ryan, my nephew, Loretta, Lean, and Tanuji. Thank you so much for dropping by, all of you. Have a great and amazing day. I'll see you on the other side of time. So tomorrow is our second day, but I'm not going to lecture you like that. I'm just going to tell you, welcome. Morning blessing today was to get you ready to conquer 2024. Be in the moment. Love you. Bye.